Yeah, so for the ban list, Scythe ban is probably gonna happen. Like, this is the thing, like when most people do ban list when most people do ban list prediction, it's always this like massive fucking wish list. Okay, like why is Colossus and Benton on this guy's like thumbnail? Why is Dragoon on this guy's thumbnail, right? Yeah, let's take a look at some ban list predictions. Oh, I love these videos. These videos are always the greatest. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. So many people upload ban list predictions that are literally just a wish list. Like, why the is like Dragoon getting banned? Who plays Dragoon? Literally, oh, I can tell you actually. If you look at my if you look at my spreadsheet, actually, wait, even better. If you look at my video, this is the only list I've seen that plays Dragoon. 58 card dinosaur, and you're telling me that's too much of a problem in the meta that it has to be banned? Get real, right? Another ban list prediction, here's Studio. Ban Scythe, I think Scythe is realistic. Ban Aether and Benten, or like, I don't know if it's like Aether or Benten, either way. Aether or Benten, not very unlikely to get banned. Furte ban feels very odd as well. I'm pretty sure we don't get Furte ban. Mystic Mind ban is like very unlikely to happen. So this is going to be a prediction, not a ban list. A prediction, not a wish list. And we're going to logically go through cards that should probably be banned. But ban list prediction, not wish list. Very important that we clarify that. Let's go for banned cards. Now, I don't mean to be a type of person that gatekeep ban lists, but bro, Colossus is not getting unbanned, right? Or like, bro, Benten is not getting banned, or Dragoon's not getting banned, okay? I don't mean to be a gatekeeper, but like, holy shit. Like, call it a wish list if it's just going to be a wish list. Let's think about what are some problems in the format right now, aside from everything. If we look at things in particular, there's PK with the Scythe Lock, Trilithisk, everything about that deck, and we have Sword Soul. More specifically, I think Sword Soul Tenyi, because that's the build that really utilizes Protoss. So from this, we can look at what's the issue in PK. There's like quite a few things with PK, but like from what I've seen, the most popular build has been the Scythe Lock. And the Scythe Lock is something that feels like it will get banned. Because if you look at previous ban lists, like when Dragon Buster Destruction Sword actually became a problem, that got banned immediately. Like the moment like Dragon Link was like a deck, they started doing Dragon Lock. That was like the main thing about the deck. Dragon Buster Lock got banned. Okay, like Konami's very on top of these sort of things. So I feel like Scythe is definitely a card that's gonna get banned. Like I feel like this is pretty safe, especially like if you look in January, we're going to be getting Brave Token. Brave Token is going to be a massive boost to PKs, and so they probably are looking to avoid fucking tier 0 PK format. If you're looking at OCG right now, 20 to 25% of the decks that are topping are the Brave PK Scythe Lock decks. And in the OC, and then you might be thinking, oh, but they have Mat C, right? So Mat C does nothing. Actually, Mat C does a lot, okay? And it may not seem like Mat C does a lot when it's like 25% PK, but if you look at previous formats where they had ultra degenerate combo decks, even though the representation was high despite Mat C being present in the format, our representation for those decks in the TCG was even higher. So Mat C definitely does have an impact. So I feel like Brave PK is going to be ridiculously strong when we get in the TCG. And so I feel like they're going to be more on top of making sure that sort of stuff isn't just going to dominate everything. So I can very much see an Artifact Scythe ban. In terms of like Dragoon, or Furte or whatever, honestly, don't care who asked, L fell off, etc. None of that shit is probably getting hit because DPE is literally just like not even a week old. Like DPE is a fucking baby, bro. DPE is literal fucking baby. So that Duelist realized the problem card, Bang Bagler. if you look at previous examples, we saw that Dragon Buster Destruction Sword got banned before Union Carrier did. So there's a chance that they might keep Dagda around, just hit Scythe because Scythe is the problem. But there is a chance that they do end up banning Dagda, realizing, maybe thinking that Scythe is fine without Dagda in the format. It's like gonna be one of these. There's definitely gonna be a hit to stop decks from being able to do Scythe Lock. But there is a chance that they end up hitting Dagda, similarly to how Dragon Buster Destruction Sword is now actually at 3 and Union Carrier is banned. I can definitely see a tri-hit, and I'm pretty sure the tri-hit is going to start off with Fractal, because ultimately Tri is a healthy deck, so there's a chance that they leave the Tri and, well, not healthy, but like, Tri is a very sort of like, it's very within the mid-range section, which is where the game ultimately should be aiming to be, and so they may want to promote Tri-Brigade in the format more, and maybe hit a literalist card directly, such as maybe limiting Bird Call. But that's like incredibly unlikely in my opinion. I don't see them leaving literalist with only one format. So maybe Fractal will be the hit. Very hard to call. But I don't think Samorg Link gets banned. I'm pretty sure the Samorg Link survives. But we could also see, Recital Sterling to 1. That's another thing they could do, like how they did Ben 10 to 1, we could see Recital to 1. I think Recital is actually more realistic than Fractal. Actually, I'm going to pick Recital Sterling first. I'm pretty sure Nadir's Servant should be hit. And I know a lot of people, like this is very contentious right here. A lot of people want Rinder banned. There's like sort of arguments between what's the issue, Rinder, Schism, or Nadir. But if you think about it this way, if you look at like what Shadows have done, ever since like, I don't know about like 2014 because I'm not a fucking boomer, so I never played when like those were relevant the first time. But when those started to come back in the format, let's say from after Shadows of Valhalla when they did all the Shadow reprints, Rinder wasn't relevant. And Winner was only really relevant for the 2019 WCQ and for the YCS that happened in February 2020. Apart from those two events, Winter has been completely irrelevant until Dogmatica came. So really, I think it's more like Winter's only really a problem when it's coming from Schism, right? And then Schism is only really a problem because Nadir's Servant sets up Schism. Because without Nadir's Servant, Schism is basically just Necrofusion, that's every turn. Which I don't think like Necrofusion every turn is necessarily an issue. I think the fact that it's able to be completely set up off of one card, I think that's the issue. Where people are actually on IDS, people are starting to play Destroy Venus Enforcer in Folk Dogmatica. Which I think that's a cool deck. I think that's a deck that should stay around. But that's like a deck without Shadows. I don't think Shadows need to be hit, is the thing, right? Like, Shadow's structure deck is very successful, and I feel like they probably still have more they want to get rid of. But like even like without Shadow's structure, like without bearing that in mind, I think without the Dogmatica stuff, Shadows just does whatever. Like they're a very cool like rogue deck that's like a strong meta cool. But it's not like Shadows will never lead a format. It's like Shadows will always be there as an answer to what is leading the format, but it will never be a deck that leads the format itself. And so I think it's very fine. The issue does come with Nadir 7, and look at it with like any fucking like Fusion's Ritual or Etsy's deck. You notice what are all like Pendulum as well. What are all the broken decks in these mechanics? If you look at Necros, it's the fact that they went plus off of Ritual Summoning. You could like set up Ritual Summons really easily, that you had one card Ritual Summons. With Etsy's, there was the issue of Zodiac. Zodiac was the most powerful Etsy's deck because it was one card Etsy's monsters, right? With Pendulum, you have like Pepe was very good because you had one card Pen Scale setup. Pretty much like the decks that ruined the mechanic always end up being really broken. And like Shadow is like Shadow is fair because it doesn't really fuck up the fusion mechanic. It's like very confined within the fusion mechanic. Sure, you go plus off of resolving your fusions, but you still need 3 cards to do a fusion summon, right? Like, Shadow is a 3-card combo, basically. The issue comes from Nadir Servant, which then turns their 3-card combos into a 1-card combo, which then cards are banished to be made using 3 cards. To be able to do that with only 1 card, like, obviously there's like, that's what creates like the issue, and that's why I think Nadir Servant should be hit, because that sets up the fusion summoning with 1 card. Okay, so Unlimited, probably Danger Nessie. I think Nessie's the most unlikely on limit, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. Emergency Teleport. I think Teleport and Nessie are like kind of unlikely. Well, I feel like they do end up getting unlimited. There's oh yeah, I think it was like, I think Astrograph gets unbanned. I feel like Astrograph is gonna be the next card that they bring back for Pend. Don't unlimit E-Tele, I only have 2. Yo, I only had 1 OG E-Tele and they fucking brought it to 2, so cry about it.
Bruh.
It's gonna happen. Goldsack, that's a good one actually. Goldsack is a really good one. Question mark? Maybe Draco face off. But that's like, I actually don't think Draco face off is gonna happen. Spellbook of Judgment, maybe? I think that's like another possible one. I don't think we'll see both, but we'll definitely see one of them. And then none of the traps really. Like, these are all fucking insane as well. Maybe Trap does shoot, but I highly doubt it. Spellbook of Judgment can go to 3 by a wish list. Yeah, that's like the issue I have with Spellbook of Judgment here. Being that I just feel like this isn't realistic. I don't think Spellbook of Judgment is realistic, but it could definitely come back. I think the most unrealistic gunban is Astrograph. I think that's the only realistic gunban. Doesn't recite an image that's kind of kill the deck. I don't think it kills the deck, but it stops the deck from being able to make UDF before doing that combo. Which is like very big. That's like the biggest issue of the deck. It is that they can do it all under hand trap protection because they make UDF. But if you limit Recital, that really limits like how accessible UDF becomes. Also, no way they limit Nadir before window. We have Albus Structure. Nadir and Albus? Are you what? No, Nadir's shit in Albus. Albus Structure deck is not an argument for Nadir Servant. Okay, Fallen of Albaz. If this card is no more special summoned, fusion summon from your extra deck. Fusion summon from your extra deck. Okay. For the rest of this turn after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck?
Bruh.
But my thoughts about Protoss ban is you can't just not touch Tenny Sword, so I hate enough stuff. And that's the card that's actually degenerate in the deck. The thing is, like, Tenny Sword is like, I think Sword is very weak right now. I don't think Sword is like a great deck at the moment. And I think like Sword is like, once again, is sort of like, Sword hits that nice sweet spot of where a deck should be in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't see like a Sword hit happening for like years, really. Now about Protoss, I think maybe they do ban Protoss. No, actually, yeah, they do probably ban Protoss. Yeah, maybe. Fuck. I don't actually know. Right now, Moyes engage and radio rank on normal summon. No. Reminder that Sword Soul is in Throat, but you have to draw 2 Alistair to combo. I wouldn't say shit there, maybe not in tier 1. Oh, I mean, like, definitely, like, Sword Soul's... Oh, you mean Dryton? Yeah, Dryton shit. I mean, no, Dryton shit. Like, just straight up. Anaconda ban 100%. No, I don't think they hit DPE package. Because they need to, like, they need, like, Fusion Destiny to still be relevant for OTS 18. Where's the Copium Half-Hole unban? That's not gonna happen. I think, okay, no, the issue with Featherstorm is that it just so happens to be playable in a very relevant deck. No mind hit now. He's doing a mental gymnastics for making it all sound bad. No, okay, wait. So, the thing about Featherstorm is that Featherstorm is a card that will die out when Trilyrudus dies out. And Trilyrudus definitely is a deck that should die out, And so I feel like they're gonna hit Trilodus cards before they hit Featherstorm, because Trilodus definitely shouldn't be a deck anyways, regardless of Featherstorm or not. So I don't feel like they're gonna do a Featherstorm ban. I think Sword Soul gets a pass literally just because it's a very new deck. The Sword Soul deck is fine, but Protoss enables a degenerate interaction that shouldn't be in the format. I think, yeah, okay. I think that's. Could see a Shuna going to one. Yeah. I think like, do they hit Tenyi Sword Soul? I don't think they do. Nah, I'm gonna say Protoss doesn't get banned. Yeah, like they're not gonna hit fucking Tenyi cards. Bro, could you fucking imagine like Fusuda 2-1? Let's go! Konami needs a big list to bring people in to play offense again. No, they don't. They definitely don't need. They definitely don't need a big list. Wait, what's the combo after limiting Recital? But the combo won't involve UDF, and that's where all the issues come from. Is fucking UDF. Do you guys remember when we had like full power Adamancipator? And we had the discussion on whether or not they should hit Block Dragon or Guardian. And like, the thing is like, Guardian is like what made the deck really degenerate because you couldn't hold your hand traps, so you were forced to use your hand traps early, which made it able to play through everything. But Block Dragon like searched through a bunch of things. Now, Recital Sterling is both Block Dragon and Guardian together. So Recital is definitely getting hit. Niftus destroys Lusk if they limit Recital. Like, it very much depends on combo lines because you could go like make an assembled Nightingale to make UDF. So UDF isn't like out of the question, but you don't get like a bunch of free searches whilst making the UDF. Which yeah, this is very awkward to hear because I don't think they want to hit Pure Try. I don't think Pure Try gets hit. So it's definitely gonna hit a Leoless Engine, but like if it's not like fucking Recital Limit, then it's like fucking what, like Limit Warbler? Because they're not gonna fucking ban Warbler. I don't think Warbler's fucking ban worthy. Well, like if you look at all the cards, like all the cards that are banned, like fucking Gofu, Steam the Cloak, Jet Synchron, Grinder Golem, Mat C, and then you tell me, oh, and here we're gonna have fucking Lyridas Turquoise Warbler. Like, fuck off, that's not gonna happen, right? But then it's like, what else do you hit in the deck, though? Fractal Limit? I think they want to keep... I don't think they limit Fractal. Because Fractal hurts Pure Try way too much. I thought about Fractal Limit, but I think that just hurts Pure Try way too much. Nexus doesn't matter because Brave Token fights up the format. Yeah, that's another thing we have to watch out for, right? Is that Brave Token is gonna be fucked. I haven't even seen PK really topping much at all recently. It's all Tennis also and Tridodus dominant. I've seen a lot of PK. I've seen quite a few PK in the UK, like Joe Sarif won a regional with it. Alvin Frank got top 4 at regional recently as well with PK. Like, PK is definitely seen play. And I think the Scythe interaction is very degenerate, and I think they have to be careful with the Brave stuff. I think this ban list is going to have to take Brave into consideration. What if we reban Rusty? Yo, let's go. Nah, they're not gonna ban Rusty. One hit for Striker, please. Bro, what the fuck is Sky Striker? Engage could go to 3 and that deck would still be trash. I'm just being honest. Even the Brave stuff? Yeah, that's... Because like, the issue with the Scythe is that you have the Brave PK, which is invincible to hand traps and invincible to board breakers. That's why Trilodus is like the best deck right now, because it's like both really strong to board breakers and hand traps. So I think without Scythe, Brave PK becomes like... It's still a very fucking unfair deck and will be very strong, but it won't be like... It won't be fucking degenerate. It won't be like tier 0 turbo. Because the thing is, they don't need to do a big ban list to get people to play again. Like, one thing I've noticed is that UK regionals are really gaining popularity in how many people are playing. Just because it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, right? When you look at like, in America, Vice's Pasadena pre-reg is filled out. And that filled out really easily, like quite quickly. That was like 3 hours for all their tickets to fill out. And that's like them holding some tickets back for like the VIP qualifiers. So like, the game definitely doesn't need a big ban list to get people to play again. Just like by virtue of having either offense, a lot of people end up playing again. Okay, what other decks are in the format? Okay, what other decks are there? Like, We have Earth Machine. I don't think needs to be hit. Sky Striker. I don't think needs to be hit. Dinosaur doesn't need to be hit. Dragon Ink doesn't need to be hit. Prime Kids doesn't need to be hit. Yeah, I don't think they hit Prime Kids. Io's not getting hit. It will look at Konami. Io's not getting hit. Yeah, okay. Looking at this, I don't think that anything else really needs to be hit. Ban Bobo, fuck off. Yeah, okay, we're going with this. But now it's time for progression.
Rise of the Duelist.